Hi yogis, YOGIWHALE here. Today I've got a 45-minute power vinyasa flow for you, filmed while I'm on holiday in this beautiful spot in Mallorca. So beautiful in fact that I nearly fell in the lake while I was filming it, but I didn't, so I'm sorry to disappoint. The class is tough. There's rests and child poses throughout, but remember it's your practice, it's not mine. So if you need more of a rest, you can hit pause and take it easy. I recommend revisiting the class and seeing how you progress with it. I've done a voiceover for this class, otherwise I'll pass out while I'm filming it. At the end, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel, like and share the video, and if you are practicing at home, tag me in a photo because I love to see it. I'm ready if you are, and I'll see you on the mat. So yogis, well done for arriving to your mat today, for getting to this space, and I forgot a little wave there, hi. But before we start our 45-minute power yoga class, as always, we're going to sit in stillness. We're going to arrive before we get our heart rate up, before we get our cardio going. We're just going to spend some moments arriving to this space, creating it for yourself. So finding a comfortable seat is important now. So it might not look like how I'm sat. You might want to sit with your legs out. You can adjust your shoulders just so you can sit with your back upright as we start to take some nice quality breaths to begin our practice to open this space. And as I said in the intro, today's practice is quite tough. So if that means you need to take it easy today, then listen to your body. But I want you to find that boundary between discipline and being kind to your body. If you think you can push yourself, then go ahead and push one more. If you need to rest and take a pause, then make sure you listen to that as well. So that's what today's practice is about. So we'll start with some sun breaths, so taking your arms out to the side, taking nice deep inhales as you open your shoulders and lift your arms, and on your exhales let them fall. Take these in your own time today, so it doesn't matter how many you get to. If you want to have your eyes closed as you do so, then just close them down. But guiding yourself through these sun breaths, really make them count. Really reach as you lift your hands up, and just a gentle tap of the mat as you get down on your exhale. Now I am practicing outside today. I've left some of the background sounds in. So there's people walking past, there's kids playing about, a car in the distance, someone goes past on a canoe. But I wanted to take you with me, so I left all the sounds in. I'm so grateful that I got to film in this beautiful spot, but it's impossible to find somewhere completely quiet. So just finishing off your sun breaths, take your last one, and as you lift your arms up, just hold it at the top, allow your arms to just touch in a prayer position. And then on your next exhale, allowing your arms to slowly come down to the mat. And just pause in here, allowing the stillness just to return. And we're going to start our bit of movement looking after our spine now. So just come into a tabletop, doesn't matter how you get there. Find a neutral position in your tabletop so your arms directly underneath your shoulders. And just cycle through some cat-cows, so lifting your gaze and dropping your belly, and then arching your back, chin to chest. Cycling through these, syncing your inhales and your exhale, of course. Exhaling as you squeeze all the air out, and then inhaling as you lift the gaze. And in your own time, taking yourself through this. And then just finishing your last one. Now making the spine in like a skipping rope motion. Imagine you're in a jar of Nutella and you're trying to scrape all of the sides with your spine. The best way that I can describe it. So really reach with your spine. Feel the movements, feel how fluid it is, how your spine is designed to move like this. So we're just oiling it and making sure it's healthy. So finishing off there. Now extend your right leg behind you, cross it over the left, and then peer over your left shoulder so you've got your body in this C shape. You can feel an opening in the right side of your body. and the left side is kind of crunched together. You're getting a nice side bend in the spine now. Bringing it back to center and then over to the other side. And you can decide to stay in the lunge here, or you can pulse through it so you'll feel the stretch go a little bit deeper in your inner thigh. So decide if that's what you'd like to do, or you can just enjoy the stretch. And then bringing it back, extending the left leg out long now, crossing it over the right, and then peering over your right shoulder, feeling that opening up the left side of your body. Sending your breath there, taking your deep breaths. And then nice and slowly, you're going to take the left leg out to the side. Mine nearly went in the leg. And then again, you can stay in stillness here, or pulse through so that you can feel the inner thigh get a bit of a deeper stretch. Just see what your body needs today. See what your legs need, if they need a bit more waking up. And then bring it back. Moving on to our core, which we're going to warm up, which we'll definitely need for today's practice. Extending the right arm out long, your left leg out long, so you're balancing on your opposite limbs here. And then just start by crunching elbow to knee. Now I've moved through this quite fast, but if you need to slow it down, you're extending your leg and arm out on your inhale and then exhaling as you crunch it together. So just cycle through this in your own time. There's no need to keep up with me. You can even go a bit faster or slow it down. It's your practice. So moving with your breath, remember, inhale and expand, exhale and crunch. And just hold your last crunch, and on your inhale, hold your last expansion, and then come back to center. Wiggle it out if you need to. If your core started to get a little bit tense, take out any tension, and we'll take it over to the other side. So left arm out long, right leg out long, and begin with your crunches. Inhaling, expanding, and on your out breath, elbow to knee. So find your rhythm, find your speed in this movement, and making sure that the breaths aren't being sacrificed for the form. So if that does mean that you need to slow it down, then maybe you need to. Holding your last inhale and your last crunch in, and then bringing it to tabletop. Just allowing for a little bit of a rest here. Taking a child's pose. Just walking your hands and fingers a little bit further in front of you to kind of use the mat to pull you into this really nice stretch, into this rest. So a rest means resetting, allowing your heart rate to calm down, allowing your breath to deepen in this moment of stillness. So if you're ready, just climbing out of your child's pose, coming through a tabletop so that we can set up for a downward dog. So tucking your toes, you're going to lift your hips up into the air, lengthen through your spine, check the form of your downward dog, so tuck your neck away from your shoulders, and you can start to walk the dog, so lifting the one heel at a time, allowing the stretch down the back of the leg to alternate as we start to wake our legs up. Now moving our hands towards our feet, we're going to crisscross walk, crossing over each foot at a time, just taking little steps. There's no rush to get there. Eventually your fingertips will lift from the mat as you get a little bit closer, as you reach your hands. Inhale into a halfway lift, and then exhale to a forward fold. In your forward fold, you can clasp your hands and place them on the back of the head, just using a bit of weight and gravity to lengthen through your cervical, through your neck and spine. Or you can cross your arms and just swing in a gentle ragdoll. You can also walk your legs here like we did in the downward dog, kind of straight in one leg at a time, locking one knee at a time, but not putting too much weight on it. Make sure the weight is spread evenly over both legs. And then coming out of your ragdoll, inhale to halfway, Exhale and fold. And on your next inhale, drawing all the air in as you reach up your hands, bringing them to your heart center. So our next part of the flow is to move on to some sun salutations. Now, if you're comfortable in your sun salutations, I always like to challenge you to close the eyes and feel your body move through it. But if that's not safe to do so, then keep them open. But if you're ready, crouch your knees and then inhale, lift up. On your exhale, bow down into your forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands. You can come down through your knees or full chaturanga, and then inhale into an up dog or low cobra. On your exhale, returning to downward dog. Resetting here with an inhale breath, and on your exhale, bending your knees, hopping or walking forward. Inhale to halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, draw your hands all the way up, and then exhaling your hands to heart center. Ready for our next round. Inhale and draw up. Bowing down on your exhale. Draw the air in as you come to halfway, and then on your exhale, coming through chaturanga. Inhale in a low cobra or up dog, and exhale back to down dog. Reset here, and on your next exhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and hop or walk forward, up to halfway, bow down and fold, and then bring your hands up all the way to the sky, hands to heart center. Straight on with our next one. Inhale and lift, exhale and fold. Halfway, plant the hands, step or hop back, and take a chaturanga. Finally, exhaling to find a downward dog. Resetting here, ready to come to the front of our mat. So lifting the heels, bend the knees, walk or hop forward, up to halfway lift, into a forward fold, hands all the way up to the sky and back to heart center. And then inhale, lift your hands up, bow down to your forward fold, into a halfway lift, plant the hands, step or jump back, into an up dog, back to your downward dog. Inhale to reset, and then exhale, prepare your movement, lift the heels, bend the knees and hop. Halfway lift, forward fold, lifting the hands all the way up to the sky, and hands back to heart center. This is our last sun salutation. Draw up, bow down, halfway lift, plant the hands, hop back, up dog or low cobra, back to downward dog. Still taking your inhale to reset. Exhale and lifting the heels, bending the knees to the front of the mat. Inhale to a halfway, forward fold, and then finishing by drawing the arms all the way up, finishing with your hands at your heart. So observing the heat that you've created throughout your body by moving through the sun salutations, allowing a little rest here before we add some power to the class. Deep inhales and exhales. And we'll begin by inhaling to draw the arms up again. Swan dive down to your forward fold. Bring your body to halfway lift. Place the hands on the mat and step back to a downward dog. So yogis, we're going to add some power to our flow now. I know that you can do this. Inhale the right leg up. Bring the right knee to your right elbow. Lift the leg back to three-legged dog. Bring the knee now through to your nose and crunch. Knee back up to three-legged dog. And then knee to left elbow for a twist. Back to three-legged dog. And then take a chaturanga, your version, whether it's through your knees or through your body. Lift into an up dog or a low cobra. So there's your options. Or you can skip the chaturanga at the end of the sequence. Ready to go with the left side. Inhale the left leg up. Left knee, left elbow. Three-legged dog. Knee to nose and crunch. left leg up, and now take a twist with the knee to the right elbow. Back to three-legged dog, optional chaturanga, and after this we'll take a child's pose. So that was our little mini sequence, but we're going to build on it each time, so it is going to get tougher. So decide if your child's pose needs a longer rest, but after every child's pose there's a burst of intense power yoga. So just remember, a rest pause comes at the end. So get ready, inhale, set up to a downward dog. And then right leg up to the sky, right knee to right elbow, three-legged dog, right knee to nose, three-legged dog, knee through and twist, three-legged dog, and then back through the center to your nose, up to the sky, to the right elbow, up to the sky, and then set through a chaturanga. Decide if that's what you like to do. So you're going to see how it works. We're going to add on a little sequence each time. And then starting with the left side, left leg up, three-legged dog, left knee, left elbow, three-legged dog, left knee to nose, three-legged dog, left knee, right elbow, three-legged dog, back through to your nose, up to the sky, to your left elbow, back up, and a chaturanga. Well done. So that's your next rest. So meeting in child's pose. And always remember that pause button is there. Just keep going. Find that boundary between kindness and discipline. Push yourself and keep going. Let's set up, yogis. Back to your downward dog. Now lift that right leg to a three-legged dog. Right knee, right elbow. Three-legged dog. Right knee to nose. Up to the sky. Taking a twist. Up, up, up. Back through to your nose. Up. Right knee, right elbow. Three-legged dog, and this is where we add on. Bring the right leg through the body, place it on the ground in front of you, lift your left arm up, fallen star, beautiful. Bring the left arm down, right leg to three-legged dog, one last little crunch, knee to nose, back to the sky, and take a chaturanga. Well done. That was our right side. So we'll get going shortly straight with our left side, just taking a little pause in child pose, ready to set up. So lift to a downward dog. Inhale, left leg up, left elbow, left leg up, knee to nose, leg up, and then take a twist, knee to the right elbow, back through to the sky, through center to nose, lifting up, knee to left elbow, and then three-legged dog. Add on your fallen star here, so your left leg through the body, lifting the right arm up, and then bringing that down. Beautiful, well done. Left leg up, knee to nose, one last crunch, one last lift, and your option to take a chaturanga here. Well done, yogis. So this is your child's pose rest now. So remember, a pause is always welcome if you need it. Otherwise, just take your deep breath, reset everything here. We've got a couple of more sequences to add on, but you're doing great. So if you're ready, start to lift out of the child's pose, straight to a downward dog, and then inhale the right leg, three-legged dog, knee to elbow, lift, knee to nose, and lift, knee to left elbow, lift, knee to nose. Keep going, lift, knee to right elbow, lift, and then we take our fallen star, so the right leg through, and an option to lift your right leg here, or you can place it on the ground. And now we add on into side plank. Twist your body round, take care as you do so, and stay here in your side plank. Don't hold your breath, remember to breathe. Well done. And lift that right leg up one last time, knee to nose, three-legged dog, and chaturanga. Well done. So we've added on a little side plank here. So get ready to do this on the left side. Let's go. Inhale, lift the left leg up, knee to elbow, leg up, knee to nose, up, knee to elbow on the right, up, knee to nose, lift, knee to left elbow, getting ready to bring the leg through to the fallen star. Option to lift the leg or keep it placed on the ground, and with care bring your body round, twist it to a side plank. Isn't that fun? Well done. Maybe fun's not the word right now. You'll thank me later. Bring your body round and then just take a last little lift with your leg, knee to nose, and take a chaturanga. Well done, yogis. That was fantastic. So take a child's pose and reset here. So this is your chance to click pause if you just need an extra minute to breathe, or you know what's going to happen next. We're going to add on a little bit to the sequence. So if you're ready, inhale, lift up, downward dog, right leg, three-legged dog, right elbow, three-legged dog, knee to nose, lift the leg, left elbow, lift to your nose, lift, right elbow, lift and leg through, place it on the ground or lift it, and you can even add on some little side crunches here. I don't know what I was thinking, I didn't plan it, but they just started to happen. So if you feel like you want to give a little burst of energy, then add them on. And then bring yourself around to a side plank. You can stay in your strong plank here, or you can start to lift that top leg, opening and closing into a little star. Well done. Option, lift your right leg up, knee to nose, and take your chaturanga. We're nearly there, yogis. Let's finish off this left side. I think I had to take a child's pose here because I was about to pass out. I am in 30-degree heat, so maybe why. Ready to go. Lift the left leg up into your elbow, lifting it up, knee to nose, lift up, right elbow, lift, nose, lift, and getting ready to bring that leg through. Fallen star yogis, option for a lifted leg, an option, if you're crazy, to add in some little crunches here. Or if you return to the practice, you can add on your crunches that time. Carefully bring your body through to a side plank, so facing the other side of the mat now. Lift the top arm. Decide if that top leg wants to get a bit of air, or just stay still, strong in your plank. Brilliant. Now bringing the body through to a front plank, lifting your left leg through a three-legged dog, one last knee to nose crunch, and then lift, take a chaturanga. Well done, yogis. That was our power sequence. We still have a little bit of movement to go, but that was our power flow. So take this well-deserved rest. Take some deep inhales and exhales. Reset everything here. Slow down your heart rate. Cool down a little bit and recover. If you need a bit longer, remember, hit pause and take a couple of minutes longer. Otherwise, shortly, we will start to move through the second half of our practice before slowing it down. So only if you're ready, inhale and lift out of your child's pose through a downward dog. Inhale the right leg just to set up, bring it through to a low lunge, and then lift up to a high lunge, opening up to a warrior two here. On your inhale, lunge forward, sweep it back, reverse the warrior, and then bring your right forearm to the right knee and bring that left arm upwards. So you can stay supported on your knee, or you can lift that right arm and really feel that core that you've been working on earlier. Engage and hold you strong here. Inhale, sweep it back, reverse the warrior. Straighten that front leg, bring yourself into a triangle so the arm can reach down to the mat or your shin. And take a breath, rest. I say rest, but it's quite an active pose. Inhale, lift, reverse the warrior. And then that right forearm down to the knee. Stay supported on the knee or challenge yourself. Lift that right arm. Support yourself solely with your abs and obliques. Nice and strong. Inhale, reverse the warrior. And then on your exhale, take a triangle. And take a deep breath here. And then on your next inhale, lift out of the pose, reverse the warrior into a big movement here. Frame the front foot, bring your body down, sweep that right leg through to a three-legged dog, and then take a chaturanga through your knees or through your elbows. That's lovely. Back to a downward dog. On the other side now, inhale, lift the left leg up, step it forward, front to the mat. Inhale to a high lunge. On your exhale, open to warrior two. Lunge forward, reverse the warrior. And then you're going to bring that left forearm down to the left knee. Sweep the right arm overhead. Challenge yourself if you like. Lift that lower arm. Hold yourself with your strong core. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Start to straighten that front leg and come down into a triangle, either the mat or your shin for some support, but don't put any weight on the knee. Breath here. On your next inhale, inhale to lift out, sweep it back. Coming into your extended side angle, bring that forearm down to the knee, let it stay or raise it. Engage your core. Do not hold your breath here. And then sweep it back, reverse the warrior. Front leg to straighten, back into a triangle. Couple of breaths here. Looking great. On the inhale, come out. And then a big movement to come all the way down to the ground. Frame the front foot. Inhale, lift the left leg up, three-legged dog, and take a chaturanga if you want, or just come to a child's pose. I'm not watching. Either way, join me there and take a rest. So we're really working on our core throughout this whole practice, challenging it, testing it, pushing it. So let's give it another go. Inhale, downward dog, right leg to lift, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, high lunge, open to a warrior two. Same form as before, inhale, lunge, and reverse it. On the exhale, bring the forearm to the knee. We're not staying here long, so on your inhale, lift out, reverse warrior, straighten the front leg. On the exhale, bow down to your triangle. Inhale, lift out. On your exhale, forearm to knee. Always an option to lift your arm. And then inhale, reverse the warrior. Straighten the front leg so that you can come straight into your triangle, keeping the back flat against an imaginary wall. Inhale, reverse. And then exhale, big movement, bowing down to the ground. Inhaling the right leg up, three-legged dog, and a chaturanga if you'd like to go there. And then meet me in downward dog, and we'll go with the left side. Left leg up, left leg through. Inhale to a high lunge. Exhale, open to a warrior two. Inhale, lunge forward, sweep it back, reverse it. Left forearm to your knee, option to lift the arm. Inhale, lift it to a reversed warrior. And then on your exhale, straighten that front leg, come to a triangle. Next inhale, lift up, reverse the warrior. And on your exhale, bring that forearm to the knee. Lift the arm if you wish. And then inhale, reverse warrior. I nearly fell in the lake at that point. Thank goodness I didn't. I'd have probably left it in. But then exhale, come to your triangle. Open up. Inhale, reverse it. And then on your exhale, coming all the way down to the ground to frame the front foot. Inhale, lift the left leg up and take a chaturanga. Or a child's pose if you need a little rest. So we've got one more cycle to do, and then we're going to slow it down. Let's go. Downward dog. Inhale the right leg up, bring it through into low lunge. Inhale to a high lunge, open to a warrior two, and let's flow through a reverse warrior. Forearm to knee. Remember to lift the arm if you want to challenge. Reverse the warrior into a triangle. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, forearm to knee. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, our last triangle here. And then inhale, take it back. And on your exhale, coming all the way down to the ground. Lifting the right leg up and taking a chaturanga. And we've just got our left side to do. And we're going to start to slow the practice down. So let's go. One last push. Inhale, left leg up. Through to low lunge. Inhale to high lunge. Warrior two. Lunge forward. Sweep it back. Bring the forearm to the knee. Lift it back through. Straighten the leg. Take a child's pose. You're doing great. This is a fast flow. Well done. Inhale, bring it back. Forearm to knee. Lifting out to take a reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg for our last triangle. And on your inhale, lift out, take that last reverse warrior. And now down to the ground. Frame the foot. Lift left leg to the sky. And you can take your final chaturanga of the practice. Make it count. Fantastic, yogis. That was again another challenging flow as we moved our body through that sequence. So now I think you deserve a good rest, but not before we just do a little bit of stretching for the muscles that we've been working on to make sure that they're healthy and that we're looking after them. Good old MOT for your body. So take some deep breaths and rest, recover. And let's set up for our first stretch. So you're going to cross your arms underneath your chest. So you're going to have each arm facing out in opposite direction. And you're simply going to use your weight to open up through the shoulders. So if you can control how much weight that you want to put on the arms here, if you need to use your elbows for a little bit of support, you can do. Or you can completely pancake your arms out and put some weight on them. And you'll feel that opening in the shoulders. We've been working and holding a lot of weight in our arms and shoulders, so giving them a little bit of nourishment here. And now just switch the cross of your arms. So whichever arm you had on top, now put below, and then put your weight onto this part. And feel a stretch here. So it's still a rest, but we're stretching while we rest. So just taking some breaths, slowing down. Starting to bring our practice to a close. So lift out of the stretch and just gently start to lay your body down on the mat with your arms out to the side, taking your gaze over to the right side. And we're going to do some locust poses. So we're going to lift the legs and use our back strength to lift the top of the chest at the same time. So again, try to breathe through this. Don't hold your breath, but Inhale and lift your arms up, lift your torso, lift your legs. Use that strength in your core and the back that you've been working on all throughout the practice to take a little bit of flight here. And then exhale, come down. Take your gaze over to the left side now. Just letting all that tension release. And now ready to set up. We're going to do it again. Using your back strength, lift up, get some air, lifting your chest and your legs up as much as you can, and then relax. Just taking your chin down to the mat. We're going to do this one last time, so really try to get as high as possible. Get as high as you can in your chest and your legs. So let's set up, get ready. Lift, get a little bit higher, a little bit higher. Fantastic, you're about to take off. And then come down to the mat. Relax everything down. Just start to lift up, bring yourself through to a tabletop. And we're just going to come up to a downward dog so that we can set up to take a pigeon stretch, a pigeon pose. So inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog, and then step that right knee towards the right wrist. Take a moment to adjust here. So if you want to take the stretch a little bit deeper in your hips, you can walk that front shin a bit closer to your left wrist. You can wiggle back your back leg to take it a bit lower, and you can stay raised in the pigeon, or you can come down and bow into the stretch just a bit deeper. So here's your chance to slow down, to continue focusing on your breath. Now that the practice is not as fast flowing and fast moving, using your breath now as your anchor, your focus point. Deep inhales and expressive exhales. Gently climbing out of the pigeon. No rush to get up, but just wiggling out of it however you need to do it. Release that right leg up just to take the stretch out a little bit, and we'll swap it over. Inhale the left leg up, bring the left knee to your left wrist. Take some time to adjust here. Observe if it feels any different on this side, which it certainly can. Might be easier, more accessible, or maybe a bit tighter. So find which version that you would like to take, whether it's staying a bit higher up or again bowing down into the stretch. Recognizing the difference between any pain or discomfort. If it's painful, then you come out of any pose. If it's uncomfortable, then use your breath. Breathe through it. Think of all the goodness that you're doing to your muscles, to your fascia, putting them in these strange positions so that we can function more comfortably day to day. So again, gently climbing out of this pigeon on this side, taking a three-legged dog just to release the leg a little bit, and then come into a tabletop. So we're going to just do some wrist mobilizers, some wrist stretches, as we have been carrying a lot of weight on our arms, on that part of our body. So facing your fingers towards your knees and just allowing your weight to carry the stretch. You can move here just like I am, slightly nudging myself back and forwards so that I can access different parts of it. And then turn your palms to face upwards, so the back of your hands on the mat now, fingers still towards your knees. Not too much weight on your wrists now, as you can feel it's a little bit stranger. but still if you want to just do some gentle pulsing, then you can. Lifting your wrists and now letting them face the outside of the mat, and then gently swaying from side to side. That's good. Give them a roll, take them round either side, release whatever you've done to them there. If you can feel them a bit tight, then shake it out, roll it out. So now moving round onto your sit bones, I have one last challenge for you. We are, after all, by the side of a lake, so here is your boat pose. So an option is to keep your hands by the side of your body, or you can lift your arms up. This is a choice. You can then take a low boat by lowering your chest and your legs down to the ground and bringing it back up, or you can just stay in your high boat. So that's a low boat and that's a boat pose. So you can cycle through that, but it is tough. It's difficult. You can probably hear me wincing there, my core trying to put out the fire that I can feel inside. And then wherever you are, if you need to return to it or come back into it, then join me and hold your boat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, yogis. And put out the fire in your core. So just now, finally lying down on the mat and allowing enough space for your head. And we're going to take a twist. So you can cross your right leg over your left and then knock your knees over to the left and take your gaze, take your head in the opposite direction. Allowing for a full 180 of your spine. Deep breaths. Feel with every exhale that you're getting heavier, sinking into the mat, into this stretch. Gently through center, uncross the legs, take the left leg over the right and allow gravity to take your knees over to the right side, which means your head will be turning to the left. Deep breaths here as you relax into this side. Getting heavier. Resting, recovering, nourishing. Knees back through center, uncross your legs. And we're just going to take some little bridge glute squeezes. So lift your hips. Hands can be at the side supporting you here. And you can stay here in your bridge. This is a great inversion. Your heart is above your head. Blood is flowing down your body. Or another option is to take a shoulder stand. If you've never done this before, then please watch first, because you must not move your neck during the shoulder stand. But you're going to lift your hips up. Once they're up and got a bit of height, you can then bring your elbows and arms to support the hips, and then lifting the legs up. Once you're there, you can wiggle your elbows a little bit closer toward your body, getting a bit more lift in the hips. But remember, you must keep your neck still, so it's not a time to look at me or look around. Just look up to the sky, look towards your feet and focus on them. And either staying in your shoulder stand or an invitation to take a plow pose by allowing your feet to fall behind you, behind your head, still supporting your back. And you may feel a really deep stretch around your shoulders in your neck. Remember to observe whether that is a comfortable stretch, and if you need to come out of it, then come out of it. And then slowly backing out of your plow pose, allowing your legs to really slowly now come down to the mat. This last little bit of core control, guiding your heels, your feet down to the ground. Ready for our Shavasana, our final resting pose, which you have so deserved. So tucking your shoulder blades together, allowing your chest to be open, just resting here. And now is the chance to hit pause and take a few minutes more in your Shavasana to allow all the benefits to soak in. But if you're ready, some gentle movement in your toes, in your fingertips, taking an overhead stretch, making yourself really long, and then gently turning over to one side, keeping your eyes closed, just pausing there for a moment. Lying on one side, whichever side called to you, whichever side you feel most comfortable lying on. Taking a moment here to be grateful for your health, for being able to take part in this practice. Grateful for your safety and your freedom. And then find something else that only you are grateful for, whatever comes to your mind right now. And feel it all around your body. Say thank you, thank you, thank you. And then gently bring yourself up to seated, keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Once you're there, bringing your hands in a prayer position at your heart. Ready to close our practice by bringing your hands to your forehead, to go forward from here with kind and loving thoughts. Bring your hands to your mouth, to go forward from here with kind and loving words. And bring your hands to your heart, going forward from here with kind and loving actions. Gently opening the eyes now, giving me a big, big smile and a big well done from me. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. I'll see you soon.